本日は CEATEC2024 にご参加いただき誠にありがとうございます。ただいまより AI スマートグラスが時代を作るを開始いたします。ライトニングシリコンテクノロジーインクチェアマンジョン C.C. ファン博士にご講演いただきます。それではお願いいたします。
Shall I start now? Good afternoon. Thank you. I'm greatly honored to be invited to give a talk today at CEATEC this year. I'm John Fan. I'm the founder of Coping Corporation, which some of you people know, but also the founder of two new companies, Solos Technology as well as Lightning Silicon. Both Solos and Lightning Silicon will have a booth here today. Today's talk is actually talking about smart glasses. Smart glasses are not new. Everybody heard about smart glasses, smart eyewear. But what I'm going to stress today is because of the new AI, everything's different again. So bear with me, I'm going to explain why AI really made the smart eyewear very different.
There's all the smart glasses, right? So I think when we think about the next computing platform, you know, we kind of break it down into mixed reality, the headsets, and the smart glasses. And the smart glasses, I think it's easier for people to wrap their head around that and wearing it because it's, you know, pretty much everyone who's wearing a pair of glasses today will end up, that'll get upgraded to smart glasses, and that's like more than 1 billion people in the world. So that's going to be a pretty big thing. The VR MR headsets, I think some people find it interesting for gaming or different uses, some don't yet. My view is that they're going to be both in the world. I think the smart glasses are going to be sort of the mobile phone, kind of always-on version of the next computing platform. And the mixed reality headsets are going to be more like your workstation or your game console, where when you're sitting down for a more immersive session and you want access to more compute. I mean, look, I mean, the glasses are just very small form factor.
Well, of course, some of you recognize him. This is Mark Zuckerberg. He's the CEO of Meta, Facebook. And this was a conversation with Jensen Huang, who's the CEO of NVIDIA. And it was done about a few months ago in in Colorado. And what he talked about is something that we really agree with.
There's all the smart glasses, right? So I think.
So what you really stress is that with the smart eyewear, it's now divided into two categories. One is a smart glass, and one is a smart headsets. And this is something that we believe is happening. Okay, smart eyewear has been around for a long time, but what's happening now, there are two categories coming up. So let's talk about smart glasses first, which is the category 1 we call. And these are the two glasses that's really coming on the market now. Okay, the Ray-Ban Meta smart glasses, they do have a camera there. And once they have the camera, everything changes again, okay? They used to have an audio glass. And the second one is Solos. This one also has a camera. It started with only audio sound glasses. But once the camera comes in, things changes again. And this camera is very important when the new AI, the generative AI comes around. So we're going to talk about that later today. The whole idea is really to have hands-free. As we all know, cell phone is not hands-free. It's handheld. So what you really want is for daily cases, you want a hands-free mobile experience. And this is the next platform, which Zuckerberg just talked about. The next platform after handheld smartphone, in his view and in our view, is going to be hands-free smart glasses. I've been wearing the smart glasses for the last 7 months. 7 months, and it's daily, every day. And it works very well. So this is coming today. Next one. The second type is what we call smart headsets. This usually nowadays are very big, is immersive, it's not mobile. Okay, it's a very different use. And that's what, again, Sergey will talk about, and that's what we're going to stress about. The second class is called, the second category is the smart headset. It's for immersive case for MR, VR applications. Next one. Now, we've been working on smart eyewear for a long, long time. I guess 30 years. It's a 30-year journey, okay? And for this journey, we have many partners. Google, everybody was our partner. And we learned a lot of things. And all of this today, we're going to talk about what we learned and what we look forward to. So we believe that we started with the whole case in the early days. We started a company called Coping, which we will later talk about, which is really working on for defense applications in US. But I'm interested in consumer. So we started 2 companies recently, 5 years ago, to start solar technology for the smart glasses. And then 2 years ago, we started Lightning Silicon for smart headsets. So today, both of them now having exhibits in this conference. Next one. So let's study what's happening in the past for the last 30 years. What have we learned? What can we do for the next stage? Okay, next one. I was there 30 years ago. Maybe I don't look that old, but I was there. 30 years ago, I was there to start the smart eyewear. Next one. You all started in 1991. DARPA, which some of you know, is an agency in US looking at defense, looking for new technology for the coming defense applications. And they're actually also the creator of the internet and many new stuff like IC. They really create something very new for, certainly in the early days for defense applications. So in 1991, they had a dream. They said, how can we make the mobile soldiers to be more effective, more efficient? And they want to have a hands-free communication and computing platform. And that was a dream in 1991, many years ago. And what they did, which they still does, is get a group of technical industrial experts come all the way to Washington to discuss what is the way to do it. I was there, and then we proposed. At that time, I was running a company called Coping. They said, first thing you need is a solid-state micro display, so you can wear on your eyeglasses, wear on the head, to allow you to get the information. So they like it so much, they actually give, 1991, they give us $50 million US dollar, $10 million a year for 5 years to develop the micro screen. It's very important. Later on, I'm going to come back to it. Next one. Well, this is actually a crazy dream because you look at 1991, the computer is like this. There's IBM PC, there's a CRT tube. What we want to propose is the CRT replaced by a solid-state micro display. They also have a cellular phone, is a Motorola, and then Polaroid instant camera. What they really want is to put all these 3 things together into a single headset. 1991, that's exactly what DARPA does. They dream of things, wild dream, and they get the best experts to try to make it happen. Next one. So in this case, let's go back to the Harvard Business School teaching. You have a new platform. The new platform put all these 3 things together. First, you have to build the platform first, not the software, not the application, because without the platform, all these are useless. So what you need to do is, how do you get a hands-free smart platform so that you can build all these layers? Okay, that is the biggest problem. In the last 30 years, we've been struggling about this. How to build this platform, a hands-free platform that people are willing to wear. Next one. So let's look at the journey. This is a 30-year journey for this. Remember, we were 1991, started with DARPA. So how do we build this? So in 1991, in 3-4 years, we actually make the solid-state LCD micro display. tiny little display. And IBM immediately put in their computer to show. It's really, instead of a laptop, they have a wearable computer, okay? And they published in the IBM journal. And I gave a talk. Actually, probably have more people with that talk to look at the new coming wearable computer. But it was a failure. I was there, it was a failure because at that time there was no voice control. So you have a little controller to control the input. And then, of course, you have no computer to wear to put on the head. So they wear a little computer around the belt. So this is not what we want, especially if there's no input. So we actually stop it. We stop there and use this little screen for all the camera, camcorders. At one time, we shipped about 30, 40 million small little LCDs to cameras and camcorders in Japan, Korea. So we're actually selling displays to Japan. And I think Hidaki was involved there. So actually, so we stopped doing that. But luckily, everybody going to, instead of a wearable computer, go to handheld computer. Smartphones. Smartphones are handheld, but not wearable. So DARPA was just too early. They want to go all the way to hands-free, but a handheld computer comes first. That's where the cell phone comes in, 2010. And around 10 more years, the cell phone becomes very popular, huge business. People say, now let's put the cell phone onto the head. That's where all the activity comes in. Google Glass, everybody want to put maybe cell phone on the head. Next one. But failure, very limited success. Okay, we were there again, fail again. What happened? Why you fail? Why there's so much frustrations? Let me explain that. Next one. The problem is typical to us. We jump too fast. We quickly try to put the whole cell phone on the head in one shot. Also, we say, hey, forget about defense. We can go to consumer. Okay, so these two steps are too fast. But this is a radical transformation. So we should slow down, keep it simple. So next one. So again, I want to explain again. We go back to Harvard Business School again. Professor Christensen say, now you have this cell phone here, okay? And you want to go to hands-free wearable. There's a huge disruption. You try to keep the performance the same. You cannot do that. What you have to do is keep the same time frame, but keep the performance lower, but it's hands-free. So in other words, take the phone and break it up. This is the phone, break it up. Now you have Fitbit, smartwatch, earphone. They basically take the phone, break it up into different parts. Once you break it up, these are success. So now, maybe it's time for us to put it back together again. That's after 30 years of trying, we try to put it back together again. So this graph is very important. We should not go this way. We should go this way and then go back up. Next one. So let's put on the head. What's going on in the head? You know, humans have many 5 senses, right? The sound, the voice, the sight, the vision are the most important senses to humans. You have 3 other senses, but I'm going to focus on these 2. And these are the 2 that's perfect for putting on the head. Next one. So really what you want is to put these things around your head. The best is on the head. Next one. So humans, however, do not really like to put things on their head. We find out. They don't do it. So we must deliver some kind of value and benefits. Let's see what do they wear. Next one. So those are the things that people wear on their head. Okay, you have a helmet, you have sunglasses, but most important thing is this: people wear the eyeglass to correct their visions, to protect their visions, or maybe some helmets to protect their head. Over 40% of the world wears eyeglasses, either to protect or correct their visions. So it's very clear. If you want to have a smart wearable on your head, it is eyeglasses. Next one. So we should build our smartness around eyeglasses. Let's look at the eyeglasses. How about the weight? People want to everyday wear, only eyeglasses people will wear. I mean, you wear eyeglasses, but you will not wear this all day. Only eyeglasses. And the reason is actually a lot of people forget, is really the weight. If the weight is too heavy, you will not wear it all day. So what is the limit? The limit here on eyeglasses is around 10 to 15 grams. Actually, around 50 grams or 40 grams is really sunglasses. The regular glasses are lighter than that. It has to be really below 40 grams. So that's what we're missing. When we first do it, we try to put all the technology in there and get so heavy that nobody will wear it. Next one. So I actually presented a talk about six years ago at MIT Media Lab. And I was telling them, at that talk, we actually have more people. People were standing around a room to listen to my talk on what we believe 6 years ago, what you have to do to make a smart glass or smart eyewear. And you can actually still look at that on YouTube. There's a YouTube, you can see it. Okay, there's a MIT Media Lab. Next one. So, and I'll also be wearing, as I say, with the Solo Smart Glasses I'm wearing more than 7 months now. I tried the Apple Vision Pro, Oculus, many devices. And I say the rules I told at MIT, the 5 rules you have to do to follow it to make the smart glasses successful or smart eyewear successful. And this is even more important now. I'm going to repeat that. So make sure people hear that. The first rule for smart eyeglasses is very simple. It's actually technology goes first before, technology goes second before the humans. Humans must like the smart glasses. So really what we need to do is make the glasses as close to normal eyeglasses as possible. I'm wearing one like that. And if I don't tell you, almost nobody will know that I'm wearing it. I've been wearing it for 7 months now. It's a prescription lens, right? It's progressive. So it's just a regular glass. But it's there. I can listen to phones. I can call phones. I can hear music. I can do now AI, translation, everything is in there. Next one. This is rule number 1 is the most important. The second rule people forget is that humans really don't. Can you just click again? No. Hidagi, click. Yeah, this one's. See, what happens is people get very complicated. In the virtual world, if you get too many things get to them, yeah, you can click. Yeah, please. Yeah, so what happens is when you have all this information, people around AI glass, right? You have all these things come out. Remember, it's a mobile world. How many people walk around looking at your cell phone when you walk? It's almost impossible to do it. And that's why AI glass is a problem. How do you load all these things to people? Your human cognitive load, your human brain cannot absorb it. It's very dangerous. So a lot of people, AI glasses, have difficulty for people to accept. Just too complicated. Okay, next one. The other thing is this virtual reality thing. Human has a physical space around you. That's actually keep you secure. Once you surround yourself with this, you don't have this human physical space to keep you safe. You become very disoriented. So you need something around you to know the surroundings. That's why all these glasses now have to put in cameras to let you see what's going on outside. Otherwise, you don't have your own physical space. So this one is also very important. Let's go to number 4 rule. Next one. The number 4 rule is very important. Remember the IBM thing? We don't have voice. Voice actually is the best way. The voice will replace the touch screen. That's the best way to control your wearable, okay? It should come first in the smart glass, especially with generative AI. Generative AI is a conversational. It's really natural voice. It's perfect for that kind of input. Next one. The last one is actually also very important. I think people miss it. You try to combine all these things, it costs a lot of money, a lot of weight. So therefore, you have to have benefits, cost and benefit. Most people try to build it and they worry about later, but it doesn't work. So it's really a must versus nice to have. I'm going to talk about something is a must have, something is nice to have. Nice to have, your cost benefit had to be very carefully balanced. Next one. So these are the 5 rules, and it's very important. So look at all these things that had disappointment. Billions of dollars been spent on this, okay? Your Glass, Google Glass, HoloLens is the Microsoft, Magic Leap, the famous case of billions of dollars lost here, and Apple Vision Pro. So, and there are many small companies, many products in between. They violate the rules, either from comfort, is fashion. Remember, eyeglass had to be very fashionable, or very costly, or it has a vision challenge to a human vision. So all these things violated the rules, and none of them are successful, even done by all these big companies. Billions and billions of dollars have been spent. Next one. This is very, very important. You got to understand voice. Voice, human can hear much faster than they can read. The student can speak much faster than can type. About 3 times difference. 3 times difference. So therefore, voice is much better. If you have a machine that can understand your voice, that can translate it. So that's nowadays, because of the new AI, voice is the right thing to do. Next one, I'm going to explain more on that. Sound actually very interesting. Human brain can accept the sound very easily. Okay, yeah, sound is also invisible. It's all around you. Okay, it's different from sight. Vision is very different. Okay, sound is very easy to absorb. The human brain takes it easily. Next one. And that's why you have all these things already in the market. In the beginning, it's all these headphones. Now all the earphones, right? All the earphones. Now, of course, hearing aid comes in. So the market is way over $100 billion a year. Way over $100 billion a year on just those little things right there, okay? So people say, wow, if I combine this, over $100 billion a year, with the eyeglasses, maybe $300 billion, $400 billion a year, together is a $500 billion business, $500 billion a year. So everybody start building it. Next one. Next. So these are the things. The smart sunglasses, all these are coming out. All these come out. These are all smart glasses. If you can hear Intel come out, we came out, Kopin comes out. Everybody try to combine eyeglasses with earphone. The market is $500 billion a year. So why is it not successful? People are not buying them. All these guys, they're big companies too, very big companies. They all fail. In fact, Meta and Ray-Ban started very early. So what I want to explain to you, it took a while for us to understand it, why it failed. Why it failed. You combine earphone, so it's very easy. You have eyeglasses, the earphone. Why can't I be very successful? But they're very limited success. Next one. This is a complicated slide, next one. It really, in some way, violate the rule number 1. Rule number 1 violated. So what happened is, if you put in a Fitbit, okay, belt, a watch, a earphone, none of these things It's really fashion. You can hide it, right? So you can have 1 or 2 models. Everybody be happy with it. 1 color, 2 colors, fine. Eyeglasses is different. Eyeglasses is fashion. You have different size head, different size nose, different look. People see you. So if you have 1 or 2 model smart glasses, no good. People doesn't satisfy the eyeglass model. So what you need to do is be able to fit people's head, people's nose, look, and fashion. And what we did, and I think it's very unique, is that actually now it's about 6 years ago, we started a pattern approach called renewable smart hinge. And I'll explain how it works. It will satisfy rule number 1. Next one. That's how it works. We go back to a Lego approach. So this part is eyeglasses. It's a passive device, no electronics, nothing there. Then you have a smart temple, and we even have a smart hinge here. These 2 areas have the electronics. This area needs certification. Remember, every time you have electronics, you have to get certified. It's not passive. So this part, you don't need that. You can have different sizes, different shape, different fashion, and you can quickly move. Fast fashion, very fast turnaround. So in all the smart glasses today, doesn't have that. They put this thing in 1 integral unit. Then every time you change the electronics, you have to get the recertifications. You have a huge inventory problem. All right, next one. This is the key, and it's still waterproof. This is our huge invention. So now Ergo 3, which is the audio glass, has about less than 40 grams, which satisfies rule number 1 and the weight. It has all the fashion you can do and all the features. We have a special audio technology called Whisper. Remember, when you go to voice is very annoying. You want to be whisper. You can say very loud, whisper to your ear. You can say very low voice. So we call it whisper to allow you to have that advantage. So your daily glass, of course, still can protect your visions. A lot of people don't understand it. As we get older, as people live longer, the eyesight needs to be protected. We protect our ears. Why not protect our eyes? There's UV all the time, right? There's blue light all the way. They all should be corrected, even though if you're not nearsighted. Next one. So Ergo does all this. So the important thing is we actually worked with the eyeglass company for 5 years. In fact, after we failed on the smart eyewear, we went to the eyeglass company and say, you can help, you have to help us. Let's build one just like eyeglasses. So we have a removable frame. It has very high, fast fashion change. That's very important now. You can change the front side all the time. And you cannot do nobody else can do it. That's unfortunate for other guys now because we patent it very tightly on this one. Also, we have very easy inventory control. We also make with the lens guys. You can have photochromic, UV block, anti-blue, single vision, progressive vision. So it's a regular eyeglass. You can get any protective lens you want. Very compact packaging and special light material. These 2 areas we're still working on it. It's okay to pack microphones, cameras, even cameras we know how to do it. We still don't know exactly how to put the display and the optics in the eyeglasses. You can put it, Google Glass certainly can do it, but it doesn't look like eyeglasses. It looks funny, and nobody want to wear it. Nobody. So what you do is, how can you put display and optics in there, and yet you look like a regular glass? That's a very hard time, very difficult to do. And then also super light material. Weight is a critical thing. It's too heavy. Even this glass is around 30 grams. I still think it's too heavy. I wish that it's down to 25 grams. So that weight, a lot of people don't understand it. Remember, the Apple Vision Pro is 500 grams. Normally your eyeglass is only 20, 30 grams. How can you wear 500 grams on your head all day? No way. You probably only can wear it about 15, 20 minutes. with 500 gram. Then next one. Okay, with this, suddenly we have this new AI coming, generative AI. It makes this smart glass so much more useful. Okay, the generative AI is a large language model. It's speech, volume, natural speech, natural conversation. It's human-like. It's perfect for smart glasses. Remember, voice is easy for human brain. The second thing is multimode. What is multimode? Remember, the human have senses, right? There's sound, there's vision, touch, feel, and taste. They basically take all this data. The most data they like right now is conversation as well as images. It's visual, the vision. So the video, the pictures, perfect for generative AI. So it's really perfect for smart glasses. Next one. Once we know that, we say, wow, now the smart glasses is a perfect output input with AI. So we have actually an enabler now, especially if we put a camera in the smartphone, smart glasses. It's just like a touch screen in the smartphone. So in touch screen is an enabler for smartphones. Now smart glass, especially with a camera, is an enabler for the generative AI. Next one. So the next question is, how do you put the vision into the glass? Because now you have voice, now you have vision. The problem with the vision is, in the human beings, the sound, they look at it, seeing is actually directional. It's not like sound. Sound is all over the place. Human beings is directional feeling. And also it has different focal point. Human has different focal point, not like sound again. So it's very hard for human brain to take multiple sources in visions. It's about more than 10 times harder to give a vision to the human brain. So both Meta and Solo say, aha, with a generative AI, we can bypass human brain. Bypass human brain. So go directly using digital camera, and let the camera see it and pass on to the generative AI. Okay, next one. So all you did is do a digital eye, get a camera. It's like a digital eyeball. And they transmit the images to AI and bypass the human brain altogether. Remember, the human brain is the limitations, cognitive load. But in the cloud, the computer doesn't know this. It has no problem with it, okay? So therefore, it's a huge benefit with the new AI to have a camera and to have smart glasses. And that's why Zuckerberg is so excited. That's why we are so excited. I think the world is different now. Next one. So it's a big success. So our Solos, if you can go to the booth here, I guess this is the booth, you will see our Solos vision glass. There's a camera in there. It has all the beautiful voice, but it has a camera. And it's a camera using our little hinge. Remember there's a smart hinge? The camera module is actually mounted on the hinge, not on the frame. The frame is still eyeglasses. It's a passive. Okay, and it's very low weight. It's a 35 gram. Compared with the Meta Ray-Ban one, it's about 45 grams. So they're about 10 grams lighter. We're 10 grams lighter. Also, we have the lowest power consumption. We can run 8 hours. Again, compared to Ray-Ban, they only run about 2 hours. They run 2 hours, we run 8 hours. So we really welcome everybody have time to visit our booth right there. Okay, we'll show you 2 different types of model. One is audio only, no camera. If you're sensitive to that, I don't want a camera, that's fine. Solos, and then Solos vision. Okay, so we're the only one to come out with 2 models. Ray-Ban and Meta has only 1 model that always have camera now. Next one. So this is the, I won't go into all the details. We actually, the important things, we actually have a LED vision indicator. So you can see the vision indicator. If you look at this one, it actually satisfies the 5 rules I'm talking about. The 5 rules are satisfied with this. Next one. So we can also see the live demo in the booth. We can translate, we can do instant translations. You can do chat, this is conversation piece, messaging, and of course, you can get object and text recognition with the camera. And I think they're going to show live demo. I think it's shocking when we see that. But the important thing to know is, this is really just the beginning. Generative AI is still new. Solar visions or Ray-Ban vision, they're also so new. Everybody still don't know where it's all going to go. It's right now, you are seeing as the world's changing right now. Next one. So actually, I mean, you can think about the new things. You basically have a digital eye, digital ear, and digital brain. Everything is digital now. You can even bypass all the human eyes, human ears, human brain. You basically get superhuman capacity. And where it's going to go, we don't know. In 3-5 years, we will know. The thing is changed now. So bypass the human brain. Next one. So you can have a lot of new things. Well, we actually got a lot of awards. Some of you probably have gone to CES. We got CES 4 awards. We have 140 patents all covering this area. This is a new gold rush. This is the gateway to AI. So everybody's rushing towards this area now. Next one. Now everybody say, okay, now can you get vision to the humans? Now you get vision to the computer, the cloud. How do you get the vision to humans, and yet you still can put on eyeglasses? It basically is, how does it work? You have to be very tiny, right? Just like camera, the digital camera is very, very small. Can you make digital display area optics very, very tiny? So let's talk about microscreen optics. Next one. So that's how it works. Remember, 30 years ago, that's what we proposed to DARPA. You take a very tiny little screen, solid-state screen, with the optics can magnify it to about 1,000 times or more, and voila, you get a big screen. This screen had to be tiny, solid-state, and very high resolution. Very high resolution. Okay. So first of all, how to build this screen? Next one. It was done with LCD in the beginning. We believe nowadays the screen should be done with OLED, micro OLED. But remember, it's very, very hard to put display into human visions because it's directional, very focused. You have one side, you have this, you look at this screen, the other side is your eye is seeing variable focus. Human does not like this. So what we do is looking at the automobile experience. Looking at how people driving a car. Do you have an image right in front of you, or do you put the image on the side? You only look at it when you want to look at it. Okay, next one. That's what we think. The second rule, we really has big problem to look at the human vision. The way to do is for the automobile experience, you have on demand only, okay? Some people even suggest maybe the screen on our smartwatch will give you the screen. But we're still working on it. We think maybe we can put it in on the eyeglass and still remain comfort, look, and weight and cost. This area is very difficult to satisfy. So we're still trying. I think the one who can crack that thing will become a very successful smart glass. Next one. So now let's go to the second category. This is the one, okay? The second category is not for mobile. It's really for sitting down, okay, stationary one. But it will give you a lifelike virtual experience that can give you like the smartphone, TV, PC cannot give you. And this is also very, very exciting. You can do a lot of application with that. Next one. So for instance, I always like is get you an IMAX theater image, a 3D IMAX, a personal IMAX, okay? Certainly great for sports, gaming. It's 3D. It's not 2D. It's 3D, right? And then you can also do all this training, chat, and of course, Apple is thinking about spatial computing. There's a lot of applications. You basically have a huge screen, 3D, and yet it's reasonably portable, personal. Next one. Next, yeah. So you already seen the Oculus. Oculus is really at least a large TV, or maybe large game TV module. It's entertainment. Apple is more ambitious. They really try to get a smartphone on the head. Well, it is still too heavy, way too costly. I think it's too complicated for human adoptions. Maybe useful for some enterprise applications, but for consumer, it's just too difficult. It violates many rules that I've already talked about. Next one. Well, I think that the smart headset has to be like a goggle, very small, less than 150 grams. Right now, it's about a factor of 3 or 4 away. And the cost is also a factor of 5 times away or 3 times away. It should be less than $1,000. Okay, so what's needed? I think what you need is a special display, special optics, and cost had to be go down, and a special size. Next one. So we actually work on this. So this thing part is smart glasses. It's already available. The voice is okay. The voice is no problem, okay? In fact, later on, you go to the booth, you can see it. The voice is there. What we're working on is OLED, the display, micro display, the optics to magnify this. You want to see this immersive thing. And actually, with a lot of progress. In fact, you go to the booth today, you'll be shocked how high performance it is. The OLED is there. What we need to do is make manufacture low cost, which we still haven't quite managed yet. And that's why we have a partner called Lakeside, which is also in the booth, how to make this thing low cost. Next one. So we need dramatic size and cost reductions. We're making all this progress. Do come to the booth, you'll see that. Okay, next one. You need to make the display much smaller. In fact, right now, all the displays are still too big. You want to make it smaller, costs go down. As you make smaller, the headset actually gets smaller. So you also get rid of the size ratios. So come back again to this booth again, and it's actually hosted by 3 companies now. You'll be here for the next 3 days or 4 days. So to experience that. Next one. This is the dream that we have at least for 10 years now. It's a good, exciting dream that we have. It's a very interesting thing. It's like an IMAX theater. It's a personal, portable, 3D, maybe 2.6, maybe 4K here. Very small IR, very thin pancake optics. And this thing is detachable. You can detach it, or you can flip it over on the top. It's like our smart glasses. It's a smart hinge. You can detach it, then it's become regular phone headset, or you can put that in. So we're actually thinking about building this for the last few years. We haven't done it yet, because I think we need a very good small OLED display, a very thin pancake optics. We're almost there. Maybe next year we'll try to build one like that, next year. So anyway, to conclude it, smart glass category 1 will be first coming, and it's here, okay? And we have it. On the smart headset, we have to make it much lower cost, much lighter, and also cheaper, okay? Someday, I think these 2 categories may even converge. In fact, Zuckerberg actually showed this Auron, which is last month. This is very heavy, it costs $10,000. But I think he's thinking about merging these 2 categories together into this. When is it going to happen? Is it going to happen that way? We don't know. You just stay tuned. Okay, with that, next one. That's about the end. Do come into the booth, okay, to see where the smart glasses is, especially test it with the AI. With the AI, you can see how his way is going to go. And again, with hosted by 3 companies. So with that, thank you very much for your time. And thank you. We,
それでは
we're actually open for some questions, I guess. And we have an arrangement. You can ask the question in Japanese, and it will be translated to English if you have questions. Yeah.
それではこれより質疑応答の時間とさせていただきます。ご質問のある方は挙手をお願いいたします。
先ほどデバイスの最終形態として2つの潮流から1つのデバイスになるという未来を予想していただきましたけれども、その時のディスプレイというのは多分目の前にあってレンズでニアアイで見るというディスプレイになると思いますけれども、その時のメガネはリアルな景色をスルーで見ているのではなくて、カメラが捉えた映像を一回デバイスの中を通って目に投影されているという世界になると思って合ってるでしょうか。
So with the two, so when you would show that the device is going to be combined into the same device in the future, so when you see the view that's going to be pictured out, is it going to be as a picture in front of you and then you see through it, or is it going to be actually displayed within your eyes?
The question is whether it's going to be like a see-through, like using a waveguide, or whether you have one that actually projects right into your eyes. He's an expert, obviously. It's a very good question. If you ask me today, I don't think it's a see-through. And there are many different reasons, okay? First of all, see-through, human beings are really difficult to focus. If it's see-through, do you focus on this image, which is one focal point, or the see-through, you see multiple focal points? So you have a tremendous conflict there. Of course, waveguide also is pretty expensive to do, very expensive to do. And it also has a lot of optical efficiency problem. And also another thing I don't like is you turn on the waveguide, the outside people see a bright spot in front of your eyes. And that violates the rule number 1. Okay. So to me, I do not like the waveguide approach, even though some of my friends work on waveguide. Okay. So the next thing is, can you actually project into your eyes? Well, actual projection is the one is used for the pilots. Okay. Right now, in defense, in pilots, they are using projections. So I believe it's going to be like some kind of projection technique, and it's be invisible. We actually built one like that in about 10 years ago. In the eyeglass, you cannot even see that I'm wearing it. But it was very difficult to juggle, so we didn't like it. So we still have not solved the problem. So I hope I answered your question. I think it can be a see-through, but I think it does violate the rules. And the human vision does not like that, because you have multiple focus to one set focus. Eyes do not like that. Okay. And humans do not like it unless you're trained. But even trained soldiers do not like it. Okay. Thank you.
.貴重なお話ありがとうございました。 ちょっと素人っぽい質問で恐縮です。今、私もアプローチを使っています。時刻を見たりですね、ニュースの速報を見たり、あるいは SNS の表示を見たりしています。これがですね、スマートグラスだとメガネで全て再現される、そういうふうなユースケースを考えればよろしいんでしょうか。
Okay, so he's also using Apple Watch as well. So he uses that to look at SNS, social media, news, and stuff. So is it going to be is it going to be able to do through smart glasses as well, like reading news and stuff like that?
Don't quite understand what you mean. The smart glasses can read news.
So with a smartwatch, you can read news, you can see whether you've got a message coming through. Is that going to be possible through your smart glasses as well?
Yeah, the question is that, of course, I have a smartwatch, okay, the Apple Watch, which I wear all the time. I don't carry the iPhone, even though some of my friends will carry it. If I'm at the gym, I never use the iPhone. I always use the smartwatch with my smart glasses. Now, this smart glass has no camera. Once it's the camera, then your course, they can look at it, the newspaper, they actually read to you. They can read to you immediately. It's even faster than you read it. They just read to you, they talk to you. So it's like a podcast, like an audiobook. Like an audiobook. So you just look at it, the newspapers read to you. It's very good, especially for people who has vision challenged. In the morning when I look at a newspaper, it's not that easy to look at newspaper now. The prints are too small. The smart glasses can read right away. I hope it's answered the question. I think it is a new way of reading newspaper. It's not by reading by you. The digital eye read the newspaper for, and then read it and then talk to you, read it to you. Yeah. In fact, I think if you go to the booth, you may show something like that. Okay, you could demonstrate that. So it's a new way of reading books. Yeah. Okay, I'm glad that you will have some questions. I was telling people that in Japan, maybe not too many people will ask questions, but I'm glad that they're very good, excellent questions. Thank you very much. And then we certainly, I'll be around. If you have additional questions you want to ask me personally, please come. Thank you.
以上をもちまして本セッションを終了いたします。本日はご参加くださいましてありがとうございました。